Our quest to unearth the story and history of some of the great cricket venues in India took us westward to the state of Gujarat and its cultural and commercial capital city of Ahmedabad. The Sardar Patel Stadium at Motera is our next destination on the Homes of Cricket.
Hello and welcome to the Homes of Cricket. I'm Anand Narasimhan. They form the heart and soul of the stock market in the country and also the backbone of the merchant structure in India. And it is not for nothing that it is said that when a Gujarati gets bullish about something, that venture is bound to be a success. Cricket may be a late entrant to this city, but the Sardar Patel Stadium at Motera has already etched its name in the annals of cricket history.
The Sardar Patel Stadium at Motera, Ahmedabad staged its first test match in 1983 when India took on the West Indies. The ground was completed in a record 9 months so as to be ready in time for the series. The venue was built on the 50-acre land donated by the Gujarat government on the banks of the Sabarmati River. Motera was inaugurated on the 12th of November 1983 when it hosted its first test during the West Indies tour of India. And with the passage of time, the ground has seen a lot of changes.
Tremendous improvement since I would say this Narari Amin has took over, especially in the last 7-8 years. There was in 2001 or 2 only there were 2 grounds in the city. One was Motera Stadium, only 1 stadium, 1 ground, few pitches, and Sardar Patel Stadium, Navrangpura. So I had a discussion with him. I said, Narari bhai, the boys should play on a turf wicket. We should develop more grounds. One by one he improved. Today look at, this is the only venue in the world where they have 4 proper playing grounds. And we have about 30 pitches to practice.
Formerly known as the Gujarat Stadium, the venue has played host to some world record-breaking feats by Indian cricketers. Its capacity of about 50,000 makes it a huge attraction, and the popularity of cricket in the region ensures that these seats are jam-packed every time one-day cricket comes to Ahmedabad.
What was an average cricket facility has seen a lot of work go into it in recent times, and now boasts of all the modern facilities required to attract international cricketers.
Motera is right up there. It's unfortunately it's not been rated as highly by the critics or by the cricketers itself, but it's a fantastic stadium. It's a great facility. Dressing rooms are spacious. The ground is lush. There's enough capacity to have a lot of people in the ground, and there are good training facilities in the back. There is a clubhouse. There is a swimming pool there. So everything that you can ask for in an international ground, everything is there.
Gujarat may not be a cricketing superpower, but with the work done on the stadium in recent years, it is slowly but surely reflecting on the cricket fortunes of the team.
I think Gujarat as a team has been progressing very steadily for the past few years. Earlier, probably Gujarat was considered to be the underdog team. Everybody was looking forward to play Gujarat, probably thrash them. But now the whole image has changed. Last year we reached quarterfinals in the elite group of the Ranji Trophy, which was probably somebody might not even thought of a few years back. Year before we were champions in the plate division, and ever since the conception of the elite and plate division, except for that 1 year where we became champion in the elite plate group, we have always survived in the elite group and did well. Not only survived, we in fact did very well.
लेकिन इंडिविजुअल करना पड़ता है ना, तो विकेट्स भी अवेलेबल होते हैं और अभी वो इंडोर स्टेडियम भी हो गया है, तो बारिश में भी हम अपना इंडिविजुअल वर्कआउट भी कर सकते हैं. इसके लिए इंडिविजुअल वर्कआउट करें तो अपने को फ़र्क ही पड़ता ही है परफॉर्मेंस पे.
इंडिया is having 2 to 3 under 19 boys this time. We are the under 19 champion in under 19 Vinu Bankad and Vijay Merchant Trophy. This is the Kuch Bihar Trophy. So this is the first time the association has having both the champion trophy in a year. I think no association is having 1 day and 4 day champion trophy. What we have achieved, that's so Ranji Trophy in the quarter final, under 16 at the quarter final. So these are the achievement of our boys.
The state-of-the-art facilities at the Sardar Patel Stadium will surely help introducing talent capable of dominating the domestic scene, and who knows, at the international level too.
The Sabarmati River was immortalized by its most virtuous son, who went on to become the father of the nation. And the influence of Mahatma Gandhi is palpable and can be felt all across Ahmedabad. I stand right in front of the Dandi Pole, the spot where the great Mahatma began his Namak Satyagraha and also started the Dandi March. Boria Mazumdar now joins us on Homes of Cricket with a pinch of Gandhigiri in his Christorian cut.
A stadium that was once described by Shield Berry as a rather down-market facility has now turned out to be one of the most interesting and impressive stadiums that India can rightly be proud of. Going with the Gujarati trend of economic development that's now sort of showcased the state for the world, Motera too has come of age. A number of very good performances by Indian players, Javagal Srinath 1996 against the South Africans, gives the stadium that bit of romantic feel that Indian cricket fanatics can be proud of. Interestingly, the stadium is located on the banks of the Sabarmati, and obviously there has to be a Gandhian touch to it. To go back in history, it was in Ahmedabad that the Mahatma played his biggest cricket card. In the 1940s, the Bombay Pentangular was still the most important tournament that India could boast of. 1940 December, the Ranji Trophy at that point in time did not even have 1,000 spectators when the communal tournament had 25,000 spectators plus. At that point, members of the Hindu Gymkhana undertook a delegation, travelled to the Mahatma, who was then in his ashram, and asked him to give a verdict on communal cricket. Is it good for the country? Is it an obstacle on the path of the emerging secular Indian nation? What should the country do? Should it back communal cricket? Should it back the Ranji Trophy? And 7th December 1940 Bombay Chronicle, it was an 8-column banner headline. Gandhi pronounced his verdict, communal cricket is bad for the nation. And that's how Ahmedabad will always retain its centrality. Bombay Pentangular got stopped 6 years later, and Ranji Trophy became what it is, India's national championship. Ahmedabad, with its history, can never be forgotten.
Thanks a lot there, Boria. It's amazing how you can remember so many things and retain so much of information. It's all in the mind, they say. Speaking of which, I am standing right outside that institution that has produced some of the greatest minds of the modern era, including one of my favorite sports commentators. I'm going to take a short walk around the campus. We'll take a short break by then, but stay right here, because when we come back, we'll talk about some of the famous matches at the Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us here on the Homes of Cricket. Our focus today is the Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad. Now, the first test at this venue was played back in 1983, and since then the venue has staged 9 tests and 18 ODIs. From the first one till the last match, each contest has been a keen one between bat and ball, with some memorable landmarks being created.
The inaugural Test match was played in November 1983, soon after India's triumph in the World Cup. And Kapil's Devils were up against the mighty West Indians, who were itching for revenge. Kapil Dev won the toss and, misreading the pitch, put the opposition into bat and ended up losing the test by 138 runs.
No, he said, Dheeraj, what happened? Why you cut the grass? I said, I didn't cut the grass. This pitch doesn't have a proper cricketing clay. So better to leave the grass on it. So it can go for a 2 day, 3 day, 3 day, 4 day, you know, which is not bad, you know. Otherwise, this test match will get over in 2 days. I told him. He wouldn't listen because he was at the top. Sunil understood. Prasanna was a manager. Dheeraj, what you say is right. This is the reality. But people don't want to take it, you know.
During India's first innings, Sunil Gavaskar in his 96th match crossed Jeff Boycott's tally of 8,114 runs to become the highest run getter in Test cricket. When the West Indies batted a second time, Kapil became the third Indian to take 9 wickets in an innings. In 1996-97, Javagal Srinath demolished the South African lineup with a spell of 6 for 21 in the second innings to star in India's victory. During that innings, 6 South Africans failed to score.
21 रन पे 6 विकेट लिया था श्रीनाथ ने और उसमें मजे की बात ये थी कि श्रीनाथ ने 6 विकेट लिए वो दो के पैर में लिए थे 2 बॉल में 2 विकेट लिया फिर दूसरी बार 2 बॉल में 2 विकेट लिया फिर तीसरी बार 2 बॉल में 2 विकेट लिया यानी कि वो हर बार हैट्रिक पड़ा लास्ट टाइम हैट्रिक नहीं बोले जाती क्योंकि वो लास्ट विकेट था.
In November 1999, Sachin Tendulkar scored his first Test double century against New Zealand. In December 2005, India thrashed Sri Lanka by 259 runs to get a 2-0 series win. Harbhajan Singh was the main architect of that victory. But India lost the last test they played on this ground when they went down to South Africa by an innings and 90 runs in April 2008.
And we've saved up two of the most important landmarks on this ground for a very, very special mention. Two of Indian cricket's greatest beacons, one a sterling batsman, the other a gifted pacer, reached personal milestones in 1987 and 1994 respectively. Sunil Gavaskar became the first batsman to cross the 10,000 run mark in Test cricket, while Kapil Dev surpassed Sir Richard Hadley to become the highest wicket taker in Test cricket.
The fourth Test between India and Pakistan in 1987 was made memorable when Sunil Gavaskar became the first cricketer to cross the 10,000 run mark in Test cricket. Gavaskar was in line to get to the landmark in Jaipur, but he got out for a first ball duck and made only 24 in the second innings there. Perhaps it was destined that it would be Ahmedabad that would witness Gavaskar, with head down but bat high up in the air, running the 2 runs on his way to scoring 10,000 runs in Test cricket against Pakistani spinner Ijaz Faqih.
That was a proud moment basically, and it was a lovely atmosphere on the ground as well. You know, there was this stadium that was full, and I think the whole stadium erupted, and it was a sight, honestly. And you know, I honestly feel proud that we played with Sunil Gavaskar, who had such great concentration powers that he could get to 10,000 runs, the first man in Test match history.
Interestingly, on the fourth afternoon, play was suspended for 50 minutes after some spectators pelted Pakistani fielders with stones. Play resumed after tea, but with the fielders wearing helmets.
You know, you feel ashamed at times that these things are happening in India, because most of the people that are on the ground, or most of the cricket lovers, they wouldn't like to know that they are a part of that. It's just a couple of people on the ground, you know, who've got this sadistic mind to disturb everything, to disrupt everything. It was funny actually, the Pakistani players going on with the helmet, but I think Imran Khan wanted to get on with the game, but he wanted to make a gesture that it's not done.
In 1993-94, Kapil Dev got his World Test record of 432 wickets when he had Harshan Tilakaratne caught by Sanjay Manjrekar on the first morning of the Test against Sri Lanka. It came after a long and arduous wait, and the relief and joy was evident.
It was very happy mood. I think it was my birthday on which he got the record. So I think it was very special for me. I mean, it happened on that day. And then we had very good people, you know, very jovial people in our team, especially Kamble and all. You know, he always used to joke around and all. So I think at that time, you know, they really, inspired us to really do well. And I think Kapil Paji got the record, and then Sunny Bhai who got 10,000 runs. It was a very special moment.
44th ball of that day और 44th मिनट 10:44 को कपिल देव ने फार एंड से बॉलिंग किया और हसन तिलक रत्ने ने फॉरवर्ड शॉट लेग पर कैच दिया. तिलक रत्ने वो डिसअपॉइंटेड कि उसको डाउट लगा कि ये डिसीजन अच्छा नहीं है, लेकिन किसी को इसकी परवाह ही नहीं थी. जैसे ही मांजरेकर ने फॉरवर्ड शॉट लेग पर कैच लपका, यहाँ कम से कम 30 से 35,000 की पब्लिक थी. उसके बाद 7, 8, 10 मिनट तक खेल नहीं हो सका था.
In the same Test, left-arm finger spinner Venkatpati Raju bagged his biggest haul in Test cricket, 11 for 125, and helped India record an innings victory and a 3-0 series triumph.
Now I'm here at the Teen Darwaza, the busiest area of Ahmedabad, known for its shopping bargains. I'm going to find out what I can get while we take a very short break, but stay right here on Homes of Cricket as we talk to Narhari Amin on the other side. Stay right here. We're back on the homes of cricket, and here I am right at the heart of the Motera Stadium with a gentleman who's also the big man of Gujarat cricket. He's not only a political stalwart but also has taken Gujarat cricket from strength to strength. With me is President of the GCA, Shri Narhari Amin. Amin sahab, thank you very much for talking to us. सबसे पहला आपसे सवाल मेरा यही है कि क्रिकेट के साथ आपका रिश्ता कैसे जुड़ गया?
92-93 में चिमन बी की गुजरात में सरकार थी और मैं वो गवर्नमेंट में मिनिस्टर था और स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंट मेरे पास थे। गुजरात क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन के साथ जो लोग जुड़े हुए थे वो लोग मेरे पास आए। यहाँ स्टेडियम में 2 साल से कोई टूर्नामेंट नहीं हुई थी, लोकल मैच नहीं हो रही थी और इतनी लाइबिलिटी मोटेरा स्टेडियम की हो गई थी जीसीए की। तो इन लोगों ने मेरे को रिक्वेस्ट किया कि भाई आप जीसीए की जिम्मेदारी संभालिए और गवर्नमेंट में आप बैठे हो और आप स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर हो तो जीसीए को आप हेल्प करिए। तो 92-93 में मैंने ये जिम्मेदारी संभाली। तब कम से कम 9 से 10 करोड़ की लायबिलिटी थी 92-93 की। सबके साथ हमने प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट में सेटलमेंट किया और 3 साल तक हमने पूरा सेटलमेंट करके हमारी लायबिलिटी खत्म की। उसके बाद सिर्फ ये जो हमारा अदानी पेविलियन जिसको हम बोलते हैं वही एक पेविलियन कवर था और सीटें थी। बाकी ये सब ओपन था। पूरा स्टेडियम में एक भी जगह पे यहाँ भी टेंट ही लगते थे। तो 93 के बाद हमने ये पहले वेस्ट पेविलियन बनाना चालू किया, फिर हमारा जो सामने वाला है जो जीएमडीसी पेविलियन है, फिर ये नॉर्थ और ईस्ट एंड। तो कम से कम 10 साल में हमने पूरा स्टेडियम को कवर किया। वहाँ हमने पूरा ऊपर देखते हो तो ऊपर मीडिया बॉक्स है, 200 से ज्यादा पत्रकार लोग बैठ के रिपोर्टिंग कर सके ऐसा एसी बॉक्स हमने बनाया है। उनके लिए लिफ्ट का अरेंजमेंट किया है और जो जीएमडीसी लिखा हुआ है वहाँ हम कमेंटेटरी के लिए देते हैं, ऑल इंडिया रेडियो के लिए देते हैं। वहाँ भी हमारे पास 21 कैबिन है और दूसरी